Welcome back to Get Your Sax Together. I'm pro saxophonist Jamie Anderson. On this week's video, I'm continuing my Sax Legend series. This is the 6th one in the series, and you're going to learn all about the one and only Julian Cannonball Adderley. As I've mentioned before on the Sax Legend series, the aim of the game here is to cut through all the deluge of information you might have about these famous players, and I'm going to give you a bit about their life and times. You're going to see them in action with a live clip. I'm going to teach you one of their most famous or iconic licks, and I'm going to give you their top 5 tunes so you can go straight to those tunes wherever you get your music and you can get the essence of that player. If you enjoy this video and you want to learn more about amazing sax legends, go up to the card linked above me there and you can find my playlist with the rest of the sax legends that I've covered so far, including Charlie Parker, Mike Brecker, Junior Walker, Sonny Rollins and Sonny Stitt. So without further ado, let's learn a bit more about the man behind the sax. Born in 1928, American jazz alto saxophonist Julian Cannonball Adderley was a master of bebop, a soul trailblazer and an inspiring orator on stage. Never stumbling in any of his performances, Cannonball's playing always oozes confidence, zest and an infectious soaring joy. Born Julian Edwin Adderley in Tampa, Florida, he began as a high school band director at Dillard High School in Fort Lauderdale, earning the nickname Cannibal on account of his huge appetite. This later morphed into Cannonball and stuck with him for life. Despite being somewhat of a local hero in the Southeast Florida music scene, Adderley moved to New York in 1955, ostensibly to attend a New York music conservatory, and quickly made his mark on the jazz club scene, forming a close musical partnership with his brother, cornetist Nat Adderley, that would endure for the rest of his life. Miles Davis snapped top Cannonball for his group in 1957, drawn to his deft, bluesy alto, with John Coltrane joining the group shortly after. Miles and Cannon went on to record 3 classic albums, Something Else, Milestones, and of course the most famous and iconic jazz album of all time, Kind of Blue. The electrifying interplay between Coltrane and Adderley on Dr. Jekyll from the Milestones album is breathtaking, with Coltrane soaring in the high register of his tenor and Cannonball burning in the warm mid-range of his alto. The two sound almost like one voice to the untrained ear. After his tenure with Miles, Cannonball focused on his own group with his brother, recording jazz standards like Work Song and Jive Samba, and eventually transitioning to the soul jazz sound that he would immortalize with tunes like Mercy, Mercy, Mercy and the staple singers Why Am I Treated So Bad. Around this time, future Weather Report keyboardist Joe Zawinul played in the group, even singing blues numbers live with the group. On stage, Cannonball was an eloquent and inspirational orator, often delivering lengthy pseudo-sermons to convey his feelings on black consciousness or the feeling of the blues, creating a wonderful interactive rapport with his audiences. Tragically, though, in 1975, Cannonball Adderley suffered a cerebral hemorrhage that prematurely ended his life at the age of 46. He was posthumously inducted in the Downbeat Jazz Hall of Fame and remains one of the most respected and revered post-Charlie Parker alto players of all time. For me, Cannonball Adderley elevates his art beyond his instrument, not just an incredibly fleet and soulful altoist, but an inspiring and joyful human spirit. So now you know a little bit more about the man behind the horn. Let's check out Cannonball Adderley live in full swing. super difficult, as always, to come up with just one lick for such a great as Cannonball Adderley. However, what I decided to do this time was go for probably his most famous lick, and that is the opening of his solo on the tune Milestones by Miles Davis from the Milestones album. It plays this wonderfully melodic phrase. Now, if you go down into the description and click the link down there, nice and easy to follow that process, that'll take you to the PDF for this video, and it's got the lick written out for alto and tenor sax. Plus, it's got his top 5 tunes all written out for you there as well. So let's have a look at this lick. I'm going to play it nice and slowly, but first of all, let's listen to it. This is what the original sounds like. Just an awesome phrase, so melodic, so beautiful. So let's break it down. Here is the first segment of the lick played nice and slowly for you. Now here is the second half of the lick in slow motion. Now here's what it sounds like at full pelt. Here we go. My word, did it take me a long time to whittle Cannonball's repertoire down to top 5 tunes, because there's so many classics along the way. I tried to just cover a few different bases though in this selection. So here we go. Number 1 is a live version of his brother Nat Adderley's tune Work Song. This is taken from the album Cannonball in Europe, recorded in Belgium in 1962. This is just classic Cannonball Adderley, really burning, super intense, incredible phrases. This, even if you listen to one tune, listen to this tune. This is really great. Number 2 is the Miles Davis tune Milestones from the album of the same name, recorded in 1958. Cannonball Adderley steams in with the first solo on this modal classic, and it's the exact phrase that we learned earlier in the video. So go and check out Milestones. Check out the whole album, actually, because every tune is amazing, especially the first blues, Trading with John Coltrane. That's called Dr. Jekyll. But check out the whole album. I hope you enjoy it. This tune is Milestones. Number 3, I could not leave this one off the list. It's from the most iconic and famous jazz album of all time, which is Kind of Blue by Miles Davis. Again, I could have chosen any one of a number of different tracks off this album, but I have gone with So What, which is one of the most famous tunes in jazz and has some absolutely vintage Cannonball Adderley work on it. Quite beautiful, almost like bebop over the modal chords, which is a contrast to Coltrane's modal over the modal chords. Go and check it out, and I hope you enjoy So What. Number 4 is the tune Sticks from the album Mercy, 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 live at the club. It's a live recording. My word, this is burning. This is outrageously good. Go and check out Sticks. Now, interestingly, this was recorded in front of an invited studio audience at the Capitol Studios in Hollywood with a free bar. So always good to get the atmosphere going with a free bar. However, in the inlay, Cannonball credited it to the club in Chicago because he was friends with the person that owned it and wanted to give them some free publicity. But in any case, this is an absolutely steaming tune. Go and check out Sticks. Hope you enjoy it. Number 5 is the tune 74 Miles Away from the album of the same name. This is another live one. This was recorded in 1967, and it was another one recorded in front of the Capitol Studios Hollywood invited audience. But this is one I love. It's not one of his most famous ones, but I'm putting this in for personal reasons. For me, it's just epic. It's soaring. It really transforms your spirit and takes you somewhere completely different. A little different side of Cannonball, a little bit more kind of psychedelic and out there. So I love this track. It's really explorative and he blows his little socks off. So go and check out 74 Miles Away. That's out there.
74 miles away. That's out there.
So there you have it. The genius that is Julian Cannonball Adderley. We've learnt one of his licks, you know, his top 5 tunes. You've seen him in action. We've learnt a bit more about his life. Hopefully that'll shine the light on this incredible person and saxophonist. If you're enjoying this channel, please do show the love and click the subscribe button if you haven't already. Click the bell icon to be notified when I upload new material. Don't forget to go and check out my Instagram feed. And of course, if you go down into the description, you can click a link and get directed to get your free PDF for this video. It'll have the 5 tracks there with all the artists, albums, dates, years, and everything to help you find those tracks. And of course, the lick written out for alto and tenor sax. So I hope you enjoy that resource. And I shall see you next week for more sax and ting on Get Your Sax Together. See you later.